Yeah. No cat.
They came and said over that motherfucking Atlantic Ocean, motherfucking devils, Christopher Columbus ass, who just jumped off.
Kwame.
Christopher Columbus ass. You know what I mean? They fucked that game. They fucked the game up.
Yeah. So what happened, Pat?
What happened?
No, I was saying keep expanding on what you were saying.
Christopher Columbus. It was Indians over here. They came over here and they actually was cool at first. Like they came over here. They warmed them up. They felt them up. And then they finessed them and started getting them sick. And they went to war and they killed the motherfuckers off. And then
there wasn't no war. That was a genocide.
Yeah, but it was a mini war though. Like the Indians gave them some smoke back too. They didn't go down just like that. Then the motherfuckers.
There wasn't no smoke,
all right, we even said it was a slight way genocide for real, bro. They wiped them up. They was
yeah, bro. The only people smoking was the Indians. They came over here. They was like make peace, and they was like here. Told these shells.
No, at first they was good until they finessed them. They like, yo, we good. We gonna bring y'all stuff.
They came over here.
They started letting them come over here by the flocks. They took one trip over there like, yo, this shit lit. Then they start coming over here. Boom. And that's when niggas start.
That's how it started.
What happened?
That's how it started.
Yep. I want Eric's opinion on this one.
They came over here and they met with the Indians and they started seeing how rich it was over here. They started seeing the value of this land.
Exactly.
What they could come up off of if they took this shit over. So they decided that, you know what I mean, y'all the weakest link because we got guns and y'all got arrows. So
and that's what I said. They finessed them. They finessed them and got them sick, though. That's what happened first. They got them sick.
There wasn't no finesse, bro. There's a difference between finessing.
They start bringing all that European shit on them rats and roaches and all that shit from Europe. Them pigeons, all that shit is from Europe.
He said rats and roaches.
Rats is not American. Those are not American. Pigeons are not American. Those are from over in Europe.
Question.
Those are not American.
I believe that there's a big difference between being finessed and being robbed.
Man,
these niggas got robbed. they got robbed. Like,
can you please tell them, bro? Hold on. Eric, the only other historian, bro. Can you please tell them they didn't rob them? They finessed them.
And I got another question for Eric as well because I wanted to ask. So within slavery. I don't know if you guys agree with this or not, but do you think that the slave masters use Christianity as a tool to brainwash the slaves?
Of course.
Yeah, hell yeah. No, but it was the good thing though, because that's what kept them together. That's what had them together. That was the only religion. See, all the different religions. Christianity kept them together. That's what they got out of slavery because of Christianity.
I need Eric to share his thoughts on it.
Bro, you need to look around. It's just still slavery. That shit didn't end. It only fucking evolved.
Exactly, but I'm saying as far as how we was working just for free.
I'm just going off of what you said. You said it got us out of slavery. Like this, out of what, my nigga? We still in this shit.
So you think that's
I don't know the word for that. I'm gonna use my dictionary to look that word up.
Christianity is a slave master's religion?
Of course. No. Who introduced it to the slaves?
I think Jesus.
The white man.
Man, y'all got me back, dog. Jesus is really, bro. Jesus is y'all crazy, bro. No, Jesus was before all that shit, bro. Jesus was in the Roman days. Like the Romans made Jesus. Paul wrote the Bible.
Who introduced it to the slaves, though?
The white man.
Yeah, that's.
So I mean, the answer to that is right in front of your face. You bring a bunch of people who don't speak English, who don't worship pretty much anything at this point, and you give them a religion through slavery.
I don't think slaves wasn't even supposed to learn religion, was they?
It was no Christianity.
They didn't want them to learn. They didn't want them to learn anything that didn't come from them. That's it. It's called being brainwashed. It's called being banded together. And the rules and the rules and the values that they put in place over 400 years ago are still standing today, bro.
Eric, can you explain the Willie Lynch theory, bro?
And that don't come from black people. Christianity don't come from black people.
It's called the Willie Lynch letter.
I just kind of explained it, but if you want Eric to elaborate on it, you go ahead. Slavery is you enslave the mind, not just the body. It's pretty much the Willie Lynch shit, bro.
I was trying to get him to talk. That nigga don't want to. He don't want to say nothing.
What'd you say?
I said I was trying to get you to share your thoughts on something. Who that?
Loudest the motherfucker.
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, you sound like somebody had the game on. You sound like you far away though, bro.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Nah, I mean, I was about to say it's just what Adrian was saying. I mean, even regardless of like the Willie Lynch theory, I mean, just when you start talking about religion, any religion that has been, I mean, when you start talking about Caucasians and, Jewish people or Spaniards, a lot of times when they start going over into different countries, what normally happens is they send these, they were called Jesuits back in like the 1500s, 1400s and shit. Mm-hmm. It wasn't called missionaries, right? So it's like they go over into these lands, they convert you to their religion, and after they convert you to their religion, it makes you mentally, it makes you more docile. So when shit actually starts to pop off, instead of actually taking up arms, you start to pray to a God that don't even fucking exist. So it's like, that's one aspect of it. But just as far as like what Adrian is saying, is just like, I mean, and the question that you posed as well, like, yes, like the religion was created, to keep people mentally stagnant. You're not going to raise up arms regardless of whether you see motherfuckers killing. You see this shit now. Motherfuckers just shoot motherfuckers in the head, letting off 7 bullets in they back at point blank range. And it's just something innately that's in a lot of people nowadays, a lot of black folks nowadays, where we just don't do shit.
Ain't that sick though? Ain't that some sick ass shit? Ain't that some sick ass shit? It's the sad truth, right?
Super Carter. That Adrian put me onto when I was real young. I just watched this video by him that he just made recently, and he was pretty much explaining. Adrian, you probably seen it. Where he was explaining, like, how when something
that video he posted for like an hour and some change. I did not watch that shit, bro.
Yeah,
yeah, I did not.
That was an album. It was an album he made. It was only like 5 talking, but he was saying like people will sit there and they'll march and they'll hold their fist up and they'll flip cars and burn shit. It's actually like you sitting there watching it happen, and all you gonna do is record. I'm not gonna step off the curb to help them because
I was there. I ain't recorded.
That's what he was saying. Like people will sit there and they'll record because they'll do everything but come off the curb to help you and try to save your life. You know what I'm saying? But when you already gone, now they want to flip cars and do all this extracurricular shit in your name and in your honor when they could have helped. You know what I'm saying? All they did was record.
So nobody knew they was going to kill him.
Answer your question.
Copyright. Yeah, there you go.
I'm really mad that my phone cut off during the last question. my phone had died. I didn't get a chance to hear everybody's answers as far as like how do we think that America would be different given that black slavery never took place. I never got it. I never experienced. I didn't really get the answers. All right, so can we answer that question? Like, what is everybody take on this? And you ask the question. Can you go first? Can you tell me how you think America would be different if black slavery never happened?
I think that in some way, shape, or form, given I think Drew mentioned this before or something like that. I think that some way, shape, or form, somebody would find a way to be in power, and like it'd be kind of like the way it is now. I just feel like just the nature of people. Like I know back in the day, like people were always trying to. It was always about who had more power. You know what I mean? So somebody would find a way to be in power, and maybe it'd be black people that's running the country, and maybe white people would be in our position or whatever. But somebody would be in power, and it would kind of be along the lines of how it is now. Maybe a little bit better, maybe a little bit worse.
Do you feel like it would have been the Native Americans?
It could have been either one. Either one, bro.
But I don't.
So let me ask this question, right? So if the invention
wasn't going for that shit.
Say that again.
You said the Native Americans wasn't going for that shit.
They was not going for that shit, bro. Because he was saying that he feels as though if black slavery never happened, America wouldn't be too different as far as like advancement, because they would have just found somebody else to replace us to be slaves or whatever to build everything up. Which I agree to some point, because it's just like the only reason why I say I agree to some point is because I don't see who else would have took our spot, because the Native Americans wasn't going for that shit. You wasn't about to enslave them and have them build a whole country.
They went for that shit.
And then tell them they wasn't for none of it. They wasn't for none of it.
But it was for all of it.
It's like 3 Native Americans right now. They went for that shit.
It's
like
they killed them. They ain't go for it.
It's like 3 Native Americans to a billion rednecks.
They killed them all, though, bro.
Yeah, they killed them. They ain't go for nothing. They killed them.
This is book by Lupe Fiasco. I think he
that nigga wrote a book.
No. He mentioned the book. I think Eric know what I'm talking about.
He wrote an encyclopedia.
Y'all niggas let me talk. All right, so I didn't finish reading the book, but Lupe Fiasco, he got it from this guy named Howard Zinn. He was an older white guy, and he did a whole bunch of research. It's called The People's History of the United States of America, and it's kind of like, I guess it's like the rundown of what really happened, of how America really started. So I would recommend y'all check that joint out if y'all haven't. It's called The People's History of the United States of America by Howard Zinn.
Yeah, send me that.
Send you the link?
Yeah.
All right, I got you.
I could just go to mom and dad's fridge and pick the book up from my bench. It's in the bench.
Where at?
Yeah, I was trying to know Eric know about that joint.
That's in my mom and dad's house.
Yeah, where at?
If you go there, just call me.
My bad.
But it talks about how the Native Americans was there, and they didn't like that. Of course, they wasn't going for it, but like again, the Europeans had they had them weapons, like we were saying earlier. So when you got power, when you got weapons, you got power. Like somebody's.
If them niggas didn't have that, what you think would have happened?
Say that one more time, Drew.
I said, so if they didn't have that, what you think was gonna happen?
If they didn't have the weapons,
they did us to the native people.
And they just rolled over there trying to do the same thing.
Oh, what would have happened is they would have went back with some weed and an ass whooping.
The Native Americans would have fucked them up.
Then they got peace. Then they got peace. Up? Then they got punched on, smoked some peace pipe, and got back on that boat and got sent back to Europe.
Man, they came over here and gave them niggas a sickness that fucked
like
them.
A lot of people think like the Europeans just came over and was just giving them gas. No, the Native American was killing the shit out them European people. They was fucking them up.
According to Adrian, them motherfuckers Iraqed them.
Yo, them niggas came over here with that musket and started fucking shit up.
Yeah, they had guns.
Fuck it.
He said, "Hear he." He said, "Hear he." Wow,
niggas over there taking a knee, putting that musket shit together, dumping this shit in. Wow, why you trying to shoot an arrow? Niggas getting hurt.
Niggas came over here and smoked they fucking boots and they shit.
I'm not saying they wasn't fighting back, but you know what I mean. They bringing fucking arrows to a gunfight, bro. That was not the move for them at all.
Nigga, that shit called Germantown and Winger hockey. That's an Indian and British. That's an Indian and British terms. That shit really it's called Germantown and Winger Haken. Winger Haken is Indian and Germantown is Germans. They marched down Germantowns and fucked up the British. That's when they was fucking over the British. In that war.
I think it's all better. Black people.
Why can it be your name?
Say what?
Yeah.
You said y'all think it's better if all black people lead the country.
That I just finished.
Put us in our own state.
Neil deGrasse Tyson.
Put us in our own.
I don't know if any of y'all.
Give us Pennsylvania, New York, and Georgia, and Miami. That's it. Take all the rest of that fucking shit.
You saying put basically have all races in one area?
All races.
So resegregate.
Resegregate.
Pretty much.
I don't even know why they desegregated anyway. Why we wanted to drink so out their water fountain so fucking much.
I still think
wrong with ours?
Because they own it. It's a white government.
Within the black community, people would still find a way to be in power over somebody. Like, didn't black people own slaves at a certain point?
Yeah,
yes.
They sold slaves.
Actually sold ourselves. We actually got sold. Our genes, our African slaves, not specifically our genes, but Africans. We were the prisoners. That's who the slaveries were. The slaves are the ancestors that came to America. They were the prisoners of Africa, and they sold them to the white people as slaves because they had resources for them, and that's what they was trading the slaves for the resources.
That's not true, bro. Like the slaves that came over here wasn't all just prisoners and shit like that. Like you had motherfuckers who was.
No, I'm saying at first that's what it was. Then they just start getting then they just start kidnapping motherfuckers, and they made a whole business.
No, it wasn't. That's not the first thing. Like niggas was just like you talking about brothers and sisters who was just being guided by people to the fucking slave ships. So it wasn't like just prisoners. Like it was everybody. Like that shit had no bias. You know what I'm saying? Like.
Yeah, definitely didn't have no picks at a time. They just start going in on us.
But Patrick, you saying they was enslaved before they even came to America?
Is real Pat. Nigga call me
real Pat too.
Whatever.
Call me OG Patrick.
You saying they was slaves? You saying they was slaves before the white man came? That's what you were saying?
They were prisoners in prison back in that time of slavery. Yeah.
In Africa by African kings.
Yeah, we was prisoners. We was prisoners in our own selves.
So the mentality was already there. The mentality was already there. That's what you're saying.
When you look at a certain type of like the levels of slavery compared to like the levels of like an indentured servant to the indigenous people of Americas, and in comparison what slavery meant to fucking Caucasians is vastly different. Like if an African enslaved you know what I'm saying, another African, which they really didn't say enslaved, it was an indentured service, which means that you just fucking served the fucking family. You know what I'm saying? On top of the fact that you were a part of that family, you got sheltered there, and you wasn't treated like, yo, you out here picking cotton all day with no fucking water. And if you did say something or if you did complain, you getting fucking 30 lashes in your back. That shit wasn't like that in Africa, nor was it like that for the indigenous peoples of America. Caucasians were the only motherfuckers who implemented that type of
they slavery. Like Caucasian slavery was different. That's some real slavery.
That's not to say like all that shit was just fucked up. I mean, but there were certain things that has happened, like, you know, as far as like the causes or the stipulations as to why somebody was an indentured servant.
But that go back to what Ant's saying. You got somebody in power. You need somebody. Like what Adrian was saying too. Some people can't think for themselves. You need somebody in power to guide somebody.
Man, all systems practice a certain form of that shit, a certain form of capitalism. There's no.
I feel like people are just. I feel like it's kind of like human nature because when you feel like you have power, it changes you. Like that's what I was telling y'all. I was telling y'all before about the I think it was called the Stanford experiment, where so you had the security, like the prison guards, and it was a whole experiment where so you had like fake prisoners and then you have fake prison guards. That power, it changes your mind. Like I've dealt with it in the military. Like people seek out power and it changes you and it makes you think a little bit different. So that's why I always feel like it's kind of like human nature for some people to just, not even for some people, it's just human nature.
When they get that
so
power,
do you feel like people, are intrinsically bad then? Like, do you feel like people are like at their very core, do you feel like people are intrinsically good? Like, are they good? Like, from the time that they're born? Like, do you feel like people are like good just in general?
Some people are, some people not.
Why?
That's a question that I think it depends. It's always gonna be dependent upon a person because every person has a decision every day to say whether they're gonna do a positive or a negative thing. So, you know what I'm saying? I don't think like it's a generalized statement to where you can say, you know, is people intrinsically bad or is people intrinsically good? It's just a motherfucker who has the intent to do bad is just going to do that shit. And but that doesn't, you know what I'm saying? Like I don't think that we are born that way. We make a decision to do so.
Right.
I feel like you also have people who feel like that are in power positions that feel like the bad things that they may do to people, they don't even look at it as bad. They may look at it as I'm doing the work of God, or I'm doing. They feel like they're doing something positive, but inherently it's something negative that they're doing.
It's called empathy. Some people can't feel for other people. Like they really can't feel like how they can't feel hurt for other people.
And sociopaths, some like they don't have the ability to, you know,
they don't have that.
They can pretend,
they
can pretend, but their brain just don't work that way to have empathy. I was just watching a video about this. Like they just not wired that way. They can pretend, but they don't really feel it. You know what I'm saying? That's why they're able to do, you know, bad stuff to people, like, you know, as far as like killing or murdering, and not really feel no type of way about it.
But why?
You know what I'm saying?
Why are they designed that way?
What, like psychopaths, sociopaths? Like why are they able to do certain stuff? And their brain, they don't have, they can't feel empathy. Why? They can't feel sympathy and empathy. They just, I don't know. Like they just don't feel it. Like they brain.
You're missing the point of the question, bro. You're missing the point of the question he's asking. Because the answer he's looking for is that they were born that way.
There you go.
You're missing the point.
Okay.
You're missing the entire point of his question.
I get what you're saying. Yeah. Yeah, they're born that way. Like but I'm saying like humans in general, like not necessarily just psychopaths and sociopaths. I feel like if you was to take a baby and just drop it anywhere in the world, do you feel like that baby is inherently bad or good? You know what I mean? Like what is like? Do you feel like people are by nature good? Well, what we consider to be good.
Some people good. Some people bad.
Just like
it's good.
Good.
It's a choice.
To be good, or you know what I'm saying? Like, what's good in our society? Do you feel like humans are naturally inherently good?
But what is
by our standards now?
In a society that don't measure stuff in good.
Exactly. It's entitlements. Everything is entitlement. Everybody put a entitlement on everything.
And y'all niggas still.
Say that again.
Whatever.
What? We didn't even hear what you said.
I said it. Y'all niggas still, y'all still want to live?
So we still want to live here?
You keep cutting off.
Yeah, I want to live here, nigga. Ain't no.
You hear me?
Ain't no. Am I doing that now?
Can y'all hear me?
Yeah, we can hear your conversation.
Yeah, we can hear you now.
Yeah, my microphone right here.
I said, yeah, and we still want to live here.
I want to live here. It's my home.
Yeah, I was born here.
It's going to be sociopaths wherever we go, but I will live wherever is most beneficial for me to live.
Ding, 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 ding.
Right now, I don't have a fucking choice. When I have that choice, I'm going to live where it's most beneficial for me and my family to be.
Ding, 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 ding. Correct answer.
Nigga, if that's on the moon, then nigga, we going to the moon. That point.
For me,
ding, 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 ding. Yo.
For me, I'm looking at it.
He's speaking the truth.
For me, I'm looking at it. For me personally, I'm looking at it.
The world is
I'm looking at it 3-4 generations down. Like I'm trying to make sure my grandkids is good. You feel what I'm saying? Off the shit that I do right now. You feel what I'm saying? I can make sure my grandkids good. Or everything I can do right in my lifetime could benefit my 3 generations from them. You feel what I'm saying? Yeah. And fuck Philly, the world. You feel what I'm saying? Like I want to everywhere. I want to set up shop.
No. Because we talking about.
You can't set up nowhere if you can't have a mind frame to be able to expand if you can't do it in your own fucking where you at right now. I'm going to try to go somewhere and expand if I can't even do it here. Like where I live at. I can't even get the people.
It's easy. You just up and roll and take your resources and expand on the outside and then come back and you can do it on the inside. I mean,
yeah, these my people. You know what I'm saying? These is my people.
Go on.
I don't listen. Everybody got different mentalities about it. Like how I look at it is though, these are my people. Like you feel what I'm saying? Like if you turn your back on your people, it's the same thing everybody else did. You feel what I'm saying? It's like it's going to be the same generation of fucked up shit to come. Like nobody never going to be able to. It'll always be a hood. If nobody be the first nigga to say, all right, it's cool to actually put a big ass park in the middle of Philadelphia, like a big ass. Nobody thinking like that. Like don't nobody think like they could really do that. Like in their lifetime, you think you can't build up Philadelphia in your lifetime.
Okay, how is Philadelphia going to benefit from that?
How is Philadelphia going to benefit from a big ass park where you could in a bit like a big ass Central Park like in
How is your children going to benefit from a motherfucker seeing a playground when they see another motherfucker getting shot on the other side of the street?
That's what I'm saying. That's what I'm saying. That's what y'all think. That's what I'm saying. Y'all think New York City was always New York City not fucked up. That's one of the lowest crime rates and it was fucked up 10 years ago. You could get the crime rate down if you invest into your city. People were invested into their city. It didn't get like that by just not investing. Everybody, the white people, the black people did too. As niggas, the niggas invested into it. Hey, none of y'all been to Harlem? Who been to Harlem?
I've been to Harlem.
Okay, Harlem is owned by black people. What are you talking about? That's owned by all blacks. And yes, it is. Harlem. Have you been to Harlem? Harlem is nothing but black people in Harlem. All them brownstones in Harlem is black people. I've been there. I've been on this in the hood, chilling in the hood. Dirt.
You talking about living there or owning?
Both. Exactly.
I'm saying that it's a low crime rate in Harlem, and it's a whole black community. And it used to be.
But where's Harlem in?
They got the niggas that's in this community came together, and they're together in the community. You could come together.
Where is Harlem in?
It's in New York City.
Exactly. Who owns New York? White man.
No.
You missing the point, bro.
You missing the whole point. Y'all missing the whole point. Y'all missing the whole point. Y'all basically saying that get up and just
it's layers.
You basically saying nobody can change their hood. No black person can change their hood.
No, we're not saying that. I'm just saying, like, in order for a hood to change, the mentality in the hood has to change. And we can't make excuses on why we can't change. That's the thing. Like every time somebody talks about change, well, this happened to me. Okay, cool. We understand that. Let's address that, right? Boom, you address that, get past that, and then change the community. Like
I'm not saying
we stuck on the trauma and stuff like that, but people got stuff in place to deal with people with trauma. So, like, that shouldn't be an excuse for you to change mentally and everybody else around you to change mentally.
Listen,
a lot of people in the hood, they want to get out of it. They don't want to stay in there. Like, niggas was born in there. They understand. Niggas been in the trenches. Like, that is hard.
But we're not gonna make what I'm saying is, what you're saying is right. I'm not going against you. I'm not saying it. What you're saying is the absolute truth. But what I'm saying is that I'm not going to sit here and say I'm going to just leave the hood. I feel as though you could benefit by fixing up and fixing up your own fucking community instead of going somewhere trying to live somewhere else and just saying fuck it. Why you going to continue to?
Listen, bro. I'm moving.
Continue generations and generations of it being fucked up.
Yeah,
like,
I'm moving. I'm moving. Like, I'm moving.
Yeah,
I don't like. I like this. Is my thing. I can help from living somewhere else. But if I'm in the hood, though, do you know how much protection I would need?
Who? That's you wouldn't need protection
my thing is I'm not
saying being in the. That's what y'all not getting. I'm not saying you have to be in the hood. I'm saying
that's
that
what you.
I'm not saying you have to be. I'm not saying you have to be on North. No, I'm not saying
you just sat here and say. You just sat here, Pat.
I'm saying I'm not leaving. I'm saying I'm investing into the hood.
Yeah, but you could do that from somewhere else.
Instead of just getting out the hood and just.
But I'm not saying I'm not.
You gotta leave out the. You gotta leave out the part where you say leave the hood and just say fuck it, because that's what we're all going on for.
All right, I'm gonna just leave it.
You leave the hood and you say fuck it.
I'm gonna just.
You're trying to make two different points. And you're losing track of what you're saying in the process.
The disconnect is we don't speak the same language, and y'all taking it from a.
So when you all right. Wait. So when you say lead the hood, what do you mean? Let me ask you that so you guys.
It's a disconnect. What I'm saying is you don't have to do fucking Jay-Z live in the hood.
I don't know where Jay-Z live. I know he don't live in the hood.
Did he live in the hood? Did Jay-Z not put a stadium in his hood?
But he did not.
Nigga, we talking about.
He did not put that stadium in the hood. He did not. My question to you is, Pat, is that what do you mean by leaving the hood? You have to be specific on what you mean.
What I'm saying right now is irrelevant, bro.
It ain't, because we just trying to understand what you're saying. We just trying to understand what you're saying. That's all.
I can't get that. We don't speak the same language, so it's not. I'm not gonna get my point across.
We do, nigga. We all black on this joint, nigga. We ain't white. What do you mean by leave the hood? We giving you the space and the time to be clear. That's all we saying. Because what you're saying to us. Wait.
Nothing about speaking the same language
What
to niggas that has also lived in the hood, bro. Like you gotta talk.
What we doing is just asking you just to be clear. Like when you say leave the hood, what do you mean by like, okay, you not coming back, you not investing back into the community that you grew up in? Like, is that what you mean by leaving the hood and not caring about, the people that you were around your whole life? Is that what you mean? Or do you mean leaving the hood like, oh, I'm moving from out of here?
The question is the what I was responding to was what Eric said. It like I said, at the end of the day, the point I was even trying to make, there's too many layers to even try to make. I already lost my train of thought on it. So just go ahead and fuck the conversation. It's no point even trying to even get it across because
let me ask one question. Then Patrick, say this right. Mm-hmm. America, we had a black president. Every state was black congressmen, black politicians, black barbershops, black laundromats, black NBA, WNBA, black NFL. Everything was black. Do you think America would be how it is now? I mean, no white.
That's specifically to Pat.
You asking me?
No. I want him to start, and then I want everybody.
I don't even want to elaborate because I don't.
Okay, can you be specific about what you mean? Like America, how it is now? You talking about like the economy or like violence against black people?
I'm talking right. Would you have high crime rate? Would the healthcare be fucked up? Would the water system, food be fucked up? Would the law enforcement all throughout America be fucked up? Would you have women getting raped? Would you have clubs? Would you have concerts, festivals, credit cards? Would you drive these type of cars? Would you build bricks? Would you build houses with bricks? Would you build houses with wood? Would you build houses with hemp? How would America be? Would it be called America? That's it.
Okay.
That's a lengthy question there.
It's gonna have some lengthy ass answers. Because I mean, if I can, I feel like America built at that point would be judging, and I can't go off of anything but from what I know, as far as being a predominantly black continent, and that's Africa as it is. Africa is the richest fucking continent there is, and I mean, and that's not solely based off of the fact that there's black people there. The resources there are the richest as well, but systematically we're not wired to have. I mean, there would still be crime, rape would still be there, thievery would still be there, but I don't think there would be. I don't think crime would be as high as it is in that nature. Credit cards would still be there. Black people produce some of the most intelligent people on the fucking earth, if not the most intelligent.
Right.
So would America flourish? It would probably be better than what it is now.
Yeah, that's
solely ran by black people.
Would be like good, like running, like up and running really good. I think so. I feel like we'd be a lot more healthy. That's one. I feel like we'd be way more healthier than what we are now as far as like our diet. I don't feel like we would,
Would the music be the same? Would you have cowboys, black cowboys? Would you have Philly cheese? Would you have Philly cheesesteaks? Would that be a thing? All right. I'm just saying.
I mean, Philly cheesesteaks. Philly cheesesteaks, though.
I think some of the diseases the food-based diseases that we get, we would not have. Our diets would probably be a lot more plant-based.
Right.
We wouldn't have this high blood pressure shit. Gout, we wouldn't be having shit like that.
Would you have airplanes, railroad systems, cars?
Absolutely.
I think our aviation would probably not be the same because that wanting to fly shit was definitely some white people shit.
Well, the Dodge.
that was definitely some white people shit. I would just give it $1.50. That exploring other planets, that NASA shit, that was definitely some white people. They have that in the bag 100%. But everything else, I think we may have fell behind on that, but everything else we probably would have did a lot better.
Would you have tobacco, alcohol, drugs, cocaine,
Absolutely.
ecstasy, pills?
What?
Would you have pills, medication?
Ecstasy. There would still be drugs. There would be a lot of medicinal based
That's what
drugs.
I think things would be a lot more realistic as far as like medicinally. That's what I was saying like earlier when I was saying like they would produce a lot more Dr. Savings. I feel like we'd be a lot
as far as
holistic. As far as like
as far as drugs go, I don't think there would be I don't think there would be a lot of chemically enhanced drugs the way there are.
Right. Correct.
Like crack and fucking pills and all shit. Anything chemically enhanced, I don't think would be here. But anything that would give you the euphoric feeling as far as plant based goes, that would definitely still be around.
Would you have holidays, Christmas, Thanksgiving?
I feel like it would be
highly
accessible
doubtful.
if it was that way.
Highly doubtful that there would be any pagan holidays.
Correct.
What are you saying?
About?
What are you saying, Quan?
I was saying, like, far as like he was saying, anything that produces a psychoactive or like a euphoric experience. Speaking specifically about plant-based, like drugs or whatever. I feel like marijuana would definitely be like much more widely accepted.
Drug of choice.
And used I wouldn't even call it a drug necessarily. Like that's not what I consider a drug personally.
What's a drug?
Actually, I
don't know. I think
based off a conversation I've had with my oldest brother, I would consider marijuana a drug. It's something that produces dopamine in the brain, and it's something that you can become addicted to. Addicted meaning without it, your mood, your mindset is all affected and changed negatively. So you know what? I would consider it to be a drug. As a matter, yes,
I mean, but you do know America was. You do know that marijuana kind of built America in a sense, though, right? Because they just didn't call it marijuana; they called it hemp.
Being considered a drug.
They called it hemp, and at a certain point during America's growth, it was illegal for farmers not to grow weed. It would literally lock you the fuck up if you didn't grow it on your farm. That shit built America.
Would you have cell phones, laptops?
I mean, it's
PlayStation 5?
Still considered a drug. Like that's what I would consider.
Okay.
I don't have PlayStation 5 now, so. I'm saying
what black people build that. Would you have video games, cell phones?
Cocaine?
I'm dead.
I mean, you said cocaine a couple of times, bro.
You want to tell us something? Say, no,
I was playing.
Well, I'm saying, would you have those things? Would you have
cocaine is a hell of a drug.
Cocaine comes from.
Cocaine is a hell of a drug.
It comes from the coca leaf. It's plant-based. You would have it.
So you would have McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King? Would it be called Johnson's, Harry's, or something else?
You probably wouldn't have it. You probably wouldn't have too much beef products.
I want to know how it would look to Julie.
Probably wouldn't have a lot of. Probably wouldn't have a lot of chicken products either.
How would you treat the animals?
How would it look to Julian?
Man.
All black everything.
All black everything, bro.
All black everything.
And you just talk about life in general, like a broad aspect, like work-life balance. It would definitely be a high rise, like Adrian touched on, the most intelligent people. You wouldn't have. It would still be crime. You would still have negative. Because is without life. Without negative and positive, there is no life. So you gotta have a balance. There's going to be a balance, but everything will be lower than what it is now. Pretty much.
Nigga, what are you doing, Quan?
All right, y'all. I think it's time. What's going on?
I'm dead.
Hey, yo, what's your question? No, I know you got one of them questions.
Man, I was. You know what? I was trying to come up with a joint, but I can't. What kept coming in my head was like, would y'all be able to exist in the world without female?
I'm sorry, go ahead.
No.
You said what?
No. Wait. Say it again.
No, that's not.
Say it again.
Yo, my neck. That's not a question.
I don't even think we're gonna answer that. That's like some shit. What is you on, bro? Like, what the fuck did you just eat a couple minutes ago?
I had some watermelon.
I'm dead.
Nah, that.
But I was thinking about that. What was that Chirac movie? And I think what was the theme in that was just like controlling, like if women control men with pussy or something like that, or if they. I'm trying to think of the theme of it. I know it was something along the lines of control women basically putting a lock on the pussy to help control men or help them be more successful or something along those lines. Did y'all see the movie before?
What's it called?
Chirac. Spike Lee John.
It was on Netflix.
Not a fan of Spike Lee.
Oh no?
No.
Damn.
Why not, bro?
Do the right thing.
No, I'm not saying of his movies. I'm just talking about him personally.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh.
I'm about to say his movies is crazy.
Nah, not his movies.
So you never seen Chirac though?
No, I never seen it.
I think
check it out. Is it on Netflix?
I'm trying. It might be. I mean, you might be able to Google it,
all right.
And see what pops up. But
when did PS5 come out?
November.
In November? All right, we gotta grab that,
Yeah, I doubt you're gonna be able to get one, bro.
Good luck.
Probably. Yeah, right. You right on that one.
I doubt you're gonna get one this year.
Probably.
Niggas said they was coming out. They was gonna tell you when the pre-orders start. Nigga, they dropped it an hour and a half after the event. Sold out.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, you can't even get
everywhere.
a controller.
Sold out everywhere.
Right, you can't even get a controller.
Yo, Quan is going.
I spent all day.
Quan is going.
I spent all day.
This nigga is bugging.
You see you bugging? I'm dead.
Yo, I think we gotta wrap it up though, man. It's 1:00, man. I'm ready to lay my head down, bro.
1:00?
Yeah, it's 1:00. I think that we had a nice lengthy conversation. I think Drew will be working on this joint for a minute.
Yeah.
But
it's true.
Yeah, I want to like for all of the listeners, man, and all of the viewers, like we talked about some heavy stuff on this episode. I'm glad that everybody was able to make it on. If y'all got any type of feedback or something as far as these questions, like, you know, put it in the comments. Look, man, I want to encourage, you know, I'm always encouraging people to stop talking about them. But I want to encourage y'all. Y'all be talking about me heavy. I want to encourage all of the viewers and the listeners like, yo, man, it's very important that y'all hit the like button if you like it. Now, that's feedback. If you got any type of opinion about the stuff that we talk about on our podcast, put that in the comment section. Even if you want to hit a dislike, you know what I mean? Let us know why. Like, feedback is important to us. You know what I mean? We got to know if, you know, we're putting out the correct type of content. If there's certain things y'all want us to talk about, let us know. Give us feedback. It'll be greatly appreciated. So, I mean, you are listening to the best podcast on the planet, the No Cap Podcast. Where real niggas talk about real shit.
And that ain't no cap.
Yes, sir.
Yeah.
Yes, sir.
Y'all got anything y'all want to add?
Wash our hands.
I got a couple of books I wanted to recommend.
Trust these hoes.
Go vote.
But yeah, I would check out that Howard Zinn John though. Anybody who want to check that John out, man. I haven't finished reading it.
Hey, check out Howard Zinn in 1984 by Jordan.
All right, so no more.
You gotta send me the links to these books if I want them. Cause I'll fucking order them motherfuckers tomorrow.
So you want to pop them in the you think you're gonna be able to pop them in the description, Drew? I guess we can gather up all of the links and just
all of the books that y'all recommend. Just text me them and I'll drop them below in the description.
I wanted to recommend Eric. Eric, he some of the conversations we had, I feel like something you might be interested in, bro. So I would look this up. I know you probably know who Neil deGrasse is. I would recommend this book to you specifically because I know that's something that you might be interested in.
Put that up to the camera, Quan. Like, just hold it up so we can see it. Astrophysics for people in a hurry.
I don't fuck with
I don't like that nigga.
What?
I don't like that nigga, man.
Wait, let me see it again, Quan.
What the fuck? What did you just say?
You don't
mess with
Neil deGrasse Tyson? No, I don't mess with that nigga.
He black or white?
He black.
He's black.
He's black. He black white.
Why?
He black white.
What's wrong with him?
That, bro.
That nigga is black white.
Who does he closely have ties to?
Bill Nye.
What?
DeGrasse Tyson?
So what conglomerate company does he closely have ties to?
NASA.
I'm not fucking with that.
Yeah.
Right. Black astrophysicist at the end of the day, regardless.
Man, he's a liar.
Regardless. How do y'all not fuck with Neil deGrasse? What about him do not mess? Why don't you mess? Like, how can you? Like, what about him? Is it about him that you don't mess with? What you not fucking with?
Ask that nigga what gravity is.
And he's going to tell you he does. Right. We can explain what he does, but we don't know what it is. Like,
right.
I'm dead. They really hate this move.
That nigga don't know what he's talking about. I don't like that nigga.
They really hate this.
Man, that nigga be making stuff up just like NASA.
Ah!
He
He do, bro. He do.
That nigga is crazy.
Damn, boy, scared it.
Man, that's the end, man. End this joint, y'all. End this joint. We out.
That's the podcast, y'all. We out. Y'all.